The flute of the silent forest. Long ago, in the heart of Igbo land, in a small village called Umago, there lived this young boy named Ubina. Umago was a land of red earth, tall palm trees, and moonlight tales told under the big oak tree in the village square. Obina was known for playing the oja, the slender wooden flute that could sing like a human voice. When he played during festivals, maidens danced gracefully. When he played at wrestling matches, the young men felt strength rise in their chests. Even at funerals, his flute wept gently, carrying sorrow like a salt wind. It gave comfort, but Obina desired more. I am greater than this small village, he would whisper to himself. Why should my music remain only in Omuago? In the same village lived an old Dibia named Dibia Wanko. He was quiet but wise, with white chalk always resting in the lines of his palms. One evening, as Obina practiced near the sacred forest, the Dibia approached him and said to him, "The Oja you play," he continued, was carved from Ohian So, the sacred forest. It carried the spirit of our ancestors. Do not let pride drive its breath. Obina smiled politely, but he did not listen. He kept quiet. One evening, some years later, messengers arrived from a powerful king in a distant town beyond the Niger. The king sought different villages for the finest musician to entertain his court. And finally, this troop came to Omago. Obina saw his chance. Without seeking the blessings of the elders or offering kola notes at the shrine of the ancestors, he left Omago. At the king's palace, Obina was welcomed with fine wrappers and cowries. He played loudly and skillfully. The court applauded him. The king rewarded him generously. But after some time, something strange happened. The sweet haunting voice of the Oja began to fade. The notes sounded dry and lifeless, no matter how he blew into it. The music lacked spirit. The king frowned. Your music has lost its power, the king declared. It no longer moves the hearts of people. Ashamed, tearfully, Obina returned to Umuago. The village square felt different now, quieter, humbler. Obina would be found sitting at a corner, very moody. One evening he found the Biawanko sitting beneath the okwa tree. My flute has betrayed me, Obina said bitterly, tears rolling down his eyes. The Dibia shook his head. No, you betrayed its spirit. He led Obina to the edge of the sacred forest. There, he instructed him to kneel and confess his pride to his ancestors. For 7 market days, Obina served the village, fetching firewood for widows, repairing mud houses for elders, and teaching little children songs without playing his flute. He humbled himself. On the 8th night, during the full moon, the villagers gathered for Egwonwa, the moonlight dance. Obina lifted his oja again. He decided to play. But this time, before he played, he touched the red earth of Omuago to his forehead, prayed, and whispered, Ndichie, forgive me. Let me play not for fame, but for my people. He blew gently into the flute. The sound that came forth was deeper than before, sweeter than before, melodious than before, rich, alive, filled with something unseen. The maiden stopped mid-step. Elders nodded slowly. Even the wind through the palm fruit seemed to answer. It shook gracefully. Obina understood then. The power of his music was never his alone. It flowed from his people, his land, his ancestors. He learned to be humble. From that day forward, Even when he traveled to other kingdoms, he always returned home to give thanks. And before every performance, he broke kola notes and remembered Umago.